I still don't know how to explain what happened to me that night. For the longest time, I kept it to myself, convincing myself that no one would ever believe me, that people would laugh or worse call me crazy. But every time I close my eyes, I see it again. I smell the damp air of the riverbank, I hear the strange sounds echoing in the darkness, and I remember the way my body froze in absolute terror when I saw something that shouldn't exist. It was supposed to be just a simple drive. I was heading back late at night, cutting through the quieter roads near Loveland, Ohio. I've always liked that route, the way the trees grow close on both sides, the winding road that makes you feel like you're alone in the middle of nowhere, even when you're just a short drive away from the suburbs. That night, the air was heavy, humid. A storm had passed earlier, leaving everything wet, glistening under the dim yellow of my headlights. I remember turning off the radio because the static was getting unbearable. I rolled down the window slightly to let in some of that cool, damp air. It smelled like wet earth, like moss, like the kind of smell you only notice when you're right near the water. And the Little Miami River wasn't far from where I was driving. That's when I saw movement. At first, I thought it was just an animal. Maybe a deer crossing the road, maybe a raccoon scurrying off into the brush. I slowed down, leaning forward, squinting into the darkness. But what I saw standing on the side of the road wasn't like anything I'd ever seen before. It was tall at least 4 feet, maybe closer to 5. Its skin looked slick, wet, almost glistening like it had just climbed out of the river. Its body was hunched forward, long limbs ending in webbed hands that dangled at its sides. The face. God, the face. It wasn't human. It wasn't even close. Big, bulbous eyes reflected the light of my headlights, almost glowing. Its mouth was wide, lipless, and curved in a way that made me feel like it was grinning. It was a frog, but not like any frog that should exist. It was a man, a frogman. I froze, my hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly my knuckles turned white. My brain tried to make sense of it. Costume, prank, maybe some local messing around, but no costume moves like that. No prank could explain the way it tilted its head, studying me, its throat pulsing like a frog's when it croaks. I should have hit the gas. I should have driven off. But I didn't. I couldn't. The creature raised one of its long, webbed hands, slowly, deliberately, like it wanted me to see. In that hand, it held something. At first, I thought it was a stick, maybe a branch it had picked up. But then, with a quick flick, sparks burst from the end of it, bright, blue-white sparks like staticky electricity crackling in the air. The sound it made wasn't natural, a sharp, buzzing hum that made my teeth ache. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I tried to tell myself it was some kind of tool, maybe even a toy. But deep down, I knew I was looking at something I shouldn't be, something that wasn't from here. And then it stepped forward. The way it moved was all wrong. It hopped, but not like a normal frog. Its legs pushed off the ground with unnatural power, carrying it several feet at a time. It landed silently, its eyes never leaving mine. My body finally caught up to the situation, and I slammed my foot on the gas, tires squealing against the wet asphalt. I didn't look back, I couldn't, but in my rearview mirror, just for a split second, I thought I saw it leap off the road and disappear into the brush back toward the river. I drove faster than I ever had in my life. My chest was tight, my hands shaking. Every shadow on the side of the road looked like it was moving. By the time I made it home, I was drenched in sweat, my whole body trembling. For days, I tried to convince myself I had imagined it, that I was just tired, that my mind had played tricks on me in the dark, but then I started reading. I found out I wasn't the only one. The Loveland Frogman reports go back decades, sightings along the river, strange creatures lurking near bridges, glowing eyes in the dark. Police officers, farmers, ordinary people, they'd all seen it, and they all described the same thing, a frog-like humanoid walking upright, sometimes holding that strange rod that emitted sparks. The deeper I dug, the worse it got. Some said it wasn't just one creature, but several. Some believed they were survivors of something ancient, hiding along the riverbanks. Others swore it was something extraterrestrial. There were even rumors that the government knew about it, that they'd been covering up sightings for years. I told myself I'd never go back near that road at night. I swore to myself that I'd forget it, move on, live my life, but curiosity is a dangerous thing. A few weeks later, I drove back. Same road, same time of night. Part of me hoped to see it again, to prove to myself I wasn't crazy. Another part of me prayed I wouldn't. At first, everything was normal. Just the winding road, the trees, the sound of the river faint in the distance, but then I heard it. A croak. Low, guttural, deep enough to vibrate in my chest. Not a frog, not any frog I'd ever heard. I slowed down again, heart racing, scanning the road. My headlights swept across the trees, the brush, the riverbank, nothing. And then I saw eyes. To glowing orbs low to the ground, reflecting the light, I stopped breathing. They blinked. And then, slowly, they rose higher and higher until they were at least 4 feet off the ground. It was there, again, watching me. This time I didn't wait. I floored it, speeding past, but in the corner of my eye, I swear I saw it smile. Not just with its mouth, with its eyes. Like it wanted me to know it was still there, like it wanted me to come back. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it wants. All I know is that it's real. It's out there, waiting in the shadows of Loveland, Ohio, near the river, near the roads people take when they're alone at night. And sometimes when I drive through that area, I roll up my windows, lock my doors, and pray I don't hear that sound again, that low, vibrating croak that doesn't belong in this world. Because once you see the Loveland Frogman, you never forget it. If you made it this far, tell me, what do you think I saw that night? Was it just a legend, a trick of my imagination, or is the Loveland Frogman real? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying encounters. Who knows, maybe next time, it'll be your story I tell.